In this beginner's tutorial, I'll show you how to make this 3D scene. Press X on the keyboard to delete the cube. Add Mesh Plane. Press S to scale 20 and enter. Drag on the edge to make the properties window wider. Click the Material button. Click the New Material button. Click the diffuse color, drag on the dot to make a neutral color and darken it. If you want to enter precise values, 0.5 for red, 0.5 for green and 0.2 for blue, and name the material ground. Change the view to the front view. Change the view from perspective to orthographic. Add mesh cylinder for the tree trunk. Press S to scale 0.5 and enter. Click the Object Properties button. Set the Z scale to 1 and the Z location to 1. Click the Material button. Click the New Material button. Click the diffuse color, drag the dot to make an orange, darken that to a brown, and call the new material tree. Add mesh cone. Click the new material button, click the diffuse color, and drag the dot to the green region. Drag the dot to make the green darker, and call the new material leaf. Click the Object Properties button. Use the tip of the blue arrow to move the cone up. Press S to scale 1.5 and enter. Press S to scale Z for the Z direction 2 and enter. And use the tip of the blue arrow to place the cone on top of the tree trunk. Select the tree trunk. Duplicate it, hold down Shift D and enter, and set its X location to -6. Select the cone, set its X location to -6. Add Mesh UV Sphere. Press S to scale 2 and enter. Use the tip of the blue arrow to place the sphere on top of the tree trunk. Click the Material button, click the Browse Material button, and select the leaf material. I'm about to join the trees. Before joining, always remember to save, and after joining, save as. Select the tree trunk, hold down Shift, select the cone, click Join. Click the Object Properties button and name the joined object Fir. Select Trunk, hold down Shift, select the top of the tree, click Join, and name the joined object Oak. Change the view to the top view. Zoom back with the mouse wheel. Use the tips of the arrows to move the oak tree into the corner. Shift D and enter to duplicate. Use the tip of the red arrow to move the duplicate to the side. Shift D and enter and move the duplicate to make a small group of oak trees. Select the fir tree and move it into the corner. Shift D and enter to duplicate and move the duplicate to the side. Shift D and enter and move the duplicate to make a small group of fir trees. In the View menu, toggle Quad View, I want to bring the monkey robot model into the scene. The option for bringing a model into a scene is File, Append. Go to the folder where the model is saved. Select the file. When you select the file, you go inside the file and see these folders. The model is in the Object folder. Select the model and append. In the front view, zoom in with the mouse wheel, press S to scale 0.5 and enter. Use the tip of the blue arrow to move the monkey up. Use the tip of the red arrow to move the monkey to the side, and the tip of the green arrow to move it back. To append the car into the scene, File, Append. Go to the folder where the car is saved, select the file, go into the Object folder, select the car and append. Press S to scale 0.5 and enter, and use the tip of the red arrow to move the car to the side. Notice that it's the details of the fir tree that are displayed in the Properties window, not the appended model. Select the car to make sure its details are displayed. Hold down Shift, press D and enter to duplicate, and use the tip of the red arrow to move the duplicate into the middle. Rename the duplicate Yellow Car. Click the Material button. Click the Add New Material button. Call the new material Yellow. Click on the diffuse color and click on the yellow region. Select the red car, Shift D and enter to duplicate, and use the tip of the red arrow to move the duplicate to the other side. Select the monkey, Shift D and enter to duplicate, and move the duplicate. Shift D and enter, and move. Shift D and enter, and move the duplicate. Zoom in the top view and pan, Shift and mouse wheel. Press R to rotate and move the monkey forward. Select the other end monkey, R to rotate and move the monkey forward. In the View menu, toggle Quad View. In the View menu, change to Perspective. With the mouse pointer in the middle, drag with the middle mouse button to rotate the view. Zoom in with the mouse wheel and pan, Shift and mouse wheel. In the View menu, Align View, align active camera to view. Zoom in with the mouse wheel, click on the edge to select the camera, press G to grab, Z and Z again, and moving the mouse we appear to be zooming back, but we are in fact moving the camera. Click the Render button, click the Render button, and Blender renders an image of the scene, but it's a bit dark. Change the window back to a 3D view window. There is a trick that will mimic soft daylight. Click the World button, tick Ambient Occlusion. Now when we render, we get much more diffuse light and nice soft shadows. To set up a simple sky, click the World button. For a flat single coloured sky, tick Paper. Click the Horizon colour. Drag the dots to make a pale blue. If you want to enter values, try 0.2 for red, 0.8 for green, and 0.8 for blue. Now when we render, we get a pale blue sky. If you want to see the sky while you're working on the scene, click the plus to open up the Properties panel. Scroll down, click the black triangle to open up the Display panel, and tick World Background. Drag to close the Properties panel. That's the end of the tutorial. I'll put the files used in the tutorial for you to download at my website www.freemovies.co.uk. Click the link for Blender there. Thanks for watching and goodbye.